and I've worked for
Stammering is a disfluency problem. It is a common problem mainly in young people that can also happen among the elderly.
Some put what we call hymns. Someone can tell you that it is good. I want to tell you, but when someone speaks like that, it will be very difficult for you to say that they are stammering.
According to Dr. Alex Kakoza, a speech therapist, a person stammering repeats sounds or syllables and makes sounds longer.
Someone might, if it is repeating a word, can say, man, 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 man is going. It can be a phrase. For example, he is going. A person that stammers can also prolong a sound. For example, someone can say snake.
Another form of stammering is when a person gets stuck or is blocked and the person struggles to force it out.
And usually during blockage, they use a lot of energy while blocking. Someone can say, I am coming. They use a lot of energy.
Stammering can be mild, moderate or severe, and it is more common in males than females. Bernard Busuulwa, a 44-year-old journalist under the Nation Media Group who writes for the East African newspaper, has had a speech deficiency since childhood.
It seemed a small problem then because the doctors did not diagnose it well, so they thought to go away, didn't go away. Yeah, and eventually I found myself stuck with it up to now.
He says his most difficult period was during his primary school days when he also suffered stigma.
Part of it was interacting with my age mates because most of them, especially at a young age, below 10, we never understood that. So basically, it made me laughing stock in school for some time until I reached university.
He says he developed a writing skill as part of a coping mechanism and it led to his current profession.
Because I grew up in an environment where I wasn't able to express myself freely or make noise like the average kid. Every time you reflect on something, you feel the urge to communicate it in some way. I mean, you could be violent. I didn't choose that. You could make noise. I could make noise. So my personal instinct was to find a better expressing myself. So writing was an way of expressing myself as a person, and then eventually it went into something else that became a career.
In some situations, Busuulwa's stammering problem becomes severe.
Sickness has got a negative correlation that every time you get sick, the problem shoots up. Then when you recover, it goes down.
Busuulwa highlights key issues someone should take note of while communicating with a stammerer.
To be able to communicate all the words that I need to communicate at time well. So some of them get distorted. So you are liberated to ask for correction because it's inevitable. You don't need to treat me with fear because I'm just a person who suffers from a natural speech problem. I mean, but I'm not a lion, so there's no need to fear me.
Also, he feels offended if a person he is communicating to attempts to help him complete his sentences if they are being blocked from coming out.
People like me find it easier or more comfortable having to struggle and pronounce a word now than someone speak it for us because we feel more confident deal with our problem and getting out of the way than than getting abrupt help from someone who is privileged.
During his working world, Busuulwa has faced fewer problems apart from one where he was insulted by a public servant because of his speech challenge.
Someone very rude that was senior in government, and they actually insulted me because of it. I felt so bad to the point I had to complain to their bosses. And they were fired because of a lot of misconduct on the job. So yes, I think that was the worst incident in my life caused by this problem.
Busuulwa likes music, but he says he cannot sing. However, after we convinced him to sing, we realized he had more fluency than during his speech.
Banji babera ku nsi mu butamanya nze zikiriza ne basanyusa omululu gwokka nze zikiriza mekeezi ya katolika w'abatume nkomaawo. The last time I did sing was the primary school choir, where you could get lost in a group of 20. Yeah, and when I left primary school, my singing experience ended there. So.
Despite the availability of support, Busuulwa says he has never consulted speech therapists to correct the problem for 2 reasons.
I was born at a time when medical science was too limited or narrow on some of these things. So the little medical attention I got was not very useful. And then 2, I mean, as I said, the more you grow up, the less problematic it becomes. So my level of confidence has increased to the point where I'm able to come to address myself without fear. And
However, Dr. Kakoza says this fluency can be corrected and to the point where a person stops stammering.
We treat stammering, but I told you that it depends on the degree and the way your specialist has managed you. First of all, someone slowing their speech or the rate at which they are speaking.
And Dr. Kakoza had some advice for both stammerers and those without a speech deficiency.
You will find speech and language therapists in the National Referral Hospital. That is Morago. There, when you ask for them, you can get them. And the service there is free of charge. Most of the private hospitals, when you go there, you'll find those specialists there, and they will help you. Although the service there is a little bit expensive.